Hey, what's up, everybody? Video 44 coming at you another video. All right, so figured I'd throw on the camera and do a Laker talk. I did an NBA talk earlier, talking a little Golden State Warriors, little Jordan Poole, a little bit of what was going on over there. Right now, I'm thinking of my own squad, Los Angeles Lakers, and of course, the talk right now is what Darvin Ham's been talking about, which is the willingness to bench any player who isn't going to accept their role this upcoming season. Of course, that's a blanketed declaration of his intention in regards to handling the entire team, but in regards to the players that we have, you know who gets spoken of in regards to that, and of course it's Russell Westbrook, who the Lakers are still in the midst of trying to figure out how to trade. But of course, we are waiting for the market to open up and for the Nets to give us Kyrie, to be exact. So, given the fact that that has yet to happen, we are still awaiting um, the um, the reality that we need to move forward without him and thus with Russell Westbrook. So um, it's one of those situations where everybody's going to automatically just say, hey, it's Russell Westbrook who's going to have to be benched if for some reason Darvin Ham um, gives him that duty as a role player on the bench. Um, he's going to be the guy that ends up losing minutes if for some reason it's a problem. So that is what it ultimately comes down to. Who is expected not to accept their role? So we know what the answer to that is going to be painted out to be. But I don't think Russell Westbrook at this stage, after going through the summer he just went through, should come into this season having the same mindset he had ending last season. You have to be humbled by what your value is, even though he didn't face free agency due to his signing his $47 million opt-in. At the end of the day, it was very much understood that his value was not good at all. And with the season that he had, he should expect at this point that he's going to have to make an adjustment to his minutes, an adjustment to his role to fit what it is that he proved last year. And he's going to have to prove himself better than that in order to see that improve. So that's the situation, man. It's not really deeper than that. I think Darvin Ham's in an impossible situation, given the fact that he's a rookie coach coming into the Los Angeles Lakers. And quite honestly, the Los Angeles Lakers really do not have a complete basketball team to start his first season with the team. So um, this should not even be present. This is a problem he should not have to even deal with. But that's not the reality of the circumstance. He does have to deal with this, and because of it, the Los Angeles Lakers do have to answer questions such as these. And, um, it's the only way to answer that question is to say that I'm willing to bench anybody who's insubordinate. I'm willing to sacrifice relationships with personal players or whatever for the betterment of the basketball team. And so um, that's his job. I don't expect him to declare that he's willing to play favorites with players or give special treatment to guys who may be struggling just because they've accomplished a certain thing, or compromise what's best for the art of basketball for the sake of you know maybe some other interest. I don't expect him to make that type of statement at all. Now, throughout the course of the season, if he has to make decisions that lend itself to that, then those decisions will just be made. But it ain't something he's going to be telling us to start the season. You understand what I'm saying? Strategy in basketball, specifically NBA basketball, 82 game schedules, it can entail a lot of different things. And the games behind the scenes with the agents and all these different stuff and incentives for certain players, there are going to be things outside of basketball that are going to influence whether or not a basketball player may be on the floor or not. Sometimes it might not even be within the coach's control. But he does have to say certain things that help paint a certain picture so that he can appear competent and ready to lead. And that's what it's all about. So that's what I took from his statement. Not necessarily that he's going to do anything, but that he's ready to make the face of being ready for whatever may come about throughout the course of what we are expecting. And that could be needing to bench Russell Westbrook or someone else for that matter, and then maybe not being okay with it. So that's how I take it. That's what it is to see there. And I hope that's all Russell Westbrook sees there as well, because I do expect Russell Westbrook, if he's on this team, to start, and I do expect for him to play better within the confines, well, not confines, but within the structure of what it is that we're asking him to do. Now I still expect turnovers to take place. I still expect mistakes, but I don't expect for him to be as reckless within our offense. I don't expect for him to struggle as much under the bright lights of the purple and gold, because he's already been through it a full year. He's already taken on the worst of this. He's already been booed. He's already had people second guessing him in jump shots. I think at this point, if nothing else, he knows what to expect. He doesn't have expectations of being better. He doesn't have an understanding that this is going to be something that it may not be, which is obviously why he wants out. But even more so, I think he will just be more himself within the situation. So with a chip on his shoulder, I think that could lead to some very, very good basketball, honestly. But the Lakers still have to get him out from under this team because of the contract that he's under. So even if we wanted to believe in Russell, as I always say, it's still not responsible to keep him at that price for our needs as a club. So that's what's up, man. That is what's up. I wanted to give you guys that little bit of information. I don't want this video to be very long because I hate a blurry screen. I literally hate a blurry screen. I know you guys are suffering it. I try my best not to let this happen, but I turned on the camera too soon and didn't check. So that's my bad, but nevertheless, wanted to get that to you guys. That's pretty much all I got to say about the situation. My name is BDF44. I thank you all for watching.